Yes, and welcome to Vasili's Garden, folks. We're back at Dave's place this week. As you remember, last week we were out there in the orchard tasting some of the beautiful sweet fruit that he had to offer. Well, this week we're venturing out into the veggie garden. He's got an amazing, extensive garden there with lots of produce for everyone to see and enjoy. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
With this gadget here, it's quite easy to pick fruit that would be impossible to get at otherwise.
We're looking at a prickly pear. What are you? A gadget. Yeah. Okay, this is a gadget that you pick prickly pears.
See, I can pick them like that. And
let me have a close look at this. Have a look at this here. This is impressive. You made this?
No, my brother-in-law made.
Oh, your brother-in-law?
Marvellous, yeah.
That's fantastic. A great invention. So you've got the curved tin at the top there and the slide bar here that helps you grab a hold of it.
That's right, yeah.
Fantastic.
So easy to pick with that where it'd be impossible. It'd be impossible to get that fruit.
What did you do otherwise? What were you doing otherwise?
Oh, I used to get the ladder and try and get it.
You never fell on it?
Terrible.
You never fell on it?
Yeah, no.
Thank God for that. Eh? Well, that would have been gone by now, or you. Yeah, so there you go. So you've got your prickly pear picker. Yeah. Say that again. Prickly pear picker. That everybody at home should have one. That's if you've got a prickly pear bush. I could see your butternuts there, mate. Yeah. On the back boundary. Yeah. And you got a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, you only showed me two.
Quite a few in there.
Oh, there are. I can see they're hiding. Come over here. I want to talk to you for a little bit. You said you are 92 years of age.
That's right.
I'm in the gardening scene. I love it. I love gardening. I'm out there every day on our property enjoying it.
Well, that's what I've been out here every day.
And I can see that. And my message here is that gardening is not for the faint-hearted on large parcels of land, is it? You really got to love it. Now,
absolutely, yeah.
But we want everybody to be out there gardening now. If they've got a small parcel of land, small property, little courtyard, that's great because you can spend half an hour out there and toy around and get something out of it, whether it's one or two plants. But when you come to a parcel of land of this size, an acre and a quarter, and 3/4 of it is plantation that you've done, you know, it's nice to look at it from the outside, right? But when it comes to the actual physical work, I've got to hand it to you. You are an amazing person. You are really, truly amazing because,
This is what's kept me going. It's my garden.
That's beautiful because others give up before they even give it a go.
Never give up.
Never give up. So if you fail once, try again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you'll always find the solution.
Absolutely.
And do you find that the microclimate here is changing a little bit?
It is changed a lot over the last few years. I've found.
What have you noticed?
That it's been more difficult for me because we haven't had the rainfall that we used to get.
Yes.
See, October's supposed to be the wettest month of the year. This year it was the driest.
Yeah. So
it's terrible.
The moisture level's gone in the soil.
Yeah.
So your plants are struggling.
Yeah, that's right. You have to do a lot more watering in that. You have to do more
mulching,
looking after.
And pruning back. Because plants die back and things like that. So there's a lot more hard work involved in keeping the maintenance up and the plants alive.
Absolutely, yeah.
But still, even if you had the right rainfall, it's still a big parcel of land. Because, folks, we have not even seen a quarter of what we've got here. So we've been to the fruit trees. I don't know if this is episode 3 by now, I think, because we've done so many. We've done some corners over here. We've got the pumpkins. Now we've got some igloos to look at.
Yeah.
Let's go. I love this, in case I trip over.
I planted these tomatoes in here at the end of December.
Okay.
And these tomatoes supply me with tomatoes right through the winter. I picked my last tomatoes in here in August.
I'm just looking at the framework because I want it. What is that made out of?
That's metal.
Metal with a bit of plastic coating on it. Now, we're in an igloo here, folks. And it's what, 20 metres long?
Yes.
Yeah, about that, and about 3 metres or so, 4 metres wide?
Yeah, 4 metres
4 metres wide, and we're roasting because I can feel the heat here. It's at least 10 degrees warmer. Yeah. You've got these in rows here, tomatoes you're picking through up till winter. Now, we can't all have an igloo like this, can we?
Not really.
We can all create a little mini hothouse. Even if you've got 1 tomato or 2 tomatoes, you can just cover them over and create the nice microclimate that they need. You're also feeding them again, so you've put another feed through the growing season?
Absolutely, yes.
So give them another boost and they'll just push them up, because if they draw up all the nutrients in the soil's a little bit depleted,
that's right.
You can top them up again. So a bit of slow release pelletised manure or animal manure, compost, black grit, you know the black grit, how well it works. All these flowers will set fruit. and they'll be giving you an abundance of it. Congratulations. How many runners do you have?
They've started to set fruit.
I could see that.
These are a cherry, a small tomato.
Yep.
These
so it's
ones.
sort of grape type tomato.
These are those big tomatoes that we had inside.
Okay.
These ones.
And you got capsicums there. You got beans down there. You got
and basil
and roses at the end, and you've also got cucumber, and you got Vasili melting away slowly.
And they're cucumbers up the other end there.
I believe you. All right, I'm out of here.
If you like Vasili's Garden, then you'll love the summer edition of Vasili's Garden to Kitchen magazine. Available at all good news agencies. Subscribe now at vasilisgarden.com.
Hello folks, well what a combination I've got here. Lots of little glass jars and a very old book from the late 1800s. This is where a lot of medicine in folk medicine actually developed in and has progressively continued. Of course, books such as this have got some horrifying treatments in it as well, because a lot of it was trial and error. One of the viewers, as well as a client of mine, Margaret, actually gave this to me. So I want to say thank you so much, Margaret, for this wonderful book. I'm sure I'll be able to find some great treatments in there. Now, having said that, one of the best folk medicine treatments that we can have is for a condition that is very, very painful and people generally don't want to talk about it. Well, I'm talking about painful hemorrhoids. Let's put it out on national television and get it out in the open. How to treat it, because it can be so painful. Well, the very old-fashioned formula called slippery elm powder, and you can buy this powder in bulk in health food shops around the country, but most people, when they use slippery elm powder, don't use it the right way. What you need to make sure of is that when you make it, it has to have an opportunity to expand. And by that what I mean is that as we add water to it, you will find, as you'll see right before your very eyes here, will start breaking down. And it starts actually getting thicker. As you're working with this for painful hemorrhoids, the consistency that you want is just like porridge or a cereal. See that? Now what you do with this is you place it on, just get a pad from the chemist, and these sort of can be urinary protection pads, but it's actually quite comfortable to be able to use and utilise. And what you do is that you put the slippery elm, notice the way that it's like a paste, and you put it on the pad and then you apply it against the hemorrhoids. Now you have painful, itching, burning hemorrhoids. A lot of people laugh at people when they've got the hemorrhoids, but I've seen grown men in tears with the pain associated with hemorrhoids when they start to swell and cause great aggravation. Start using this slippery elm powder. Now, the thing to add to it is witch hazel, which you can get from a health food store or a chemist, 3 to 4 drops of witch hazel with your slippery elm on the pad, applied against the hemorrhoids, folks. We have lots of scientific research associated with this. It's called empirical data, the handing down of the tradition of natural medicine. So folks, if you're out there and if you know anybody who's got these painful hemorrhoids, slippery elm powder, very cheap, easy to work with, a bit of witch hazel, apply to a pad, put it against the hemorrhoid and start getting a little bit more comfortable. Until next time, find happiness in every moment.
We're standing in between 2 igloos. We've got the big one on the right, or your left, and the shorter one on my left, your right. And along out here, we've got more potatoes, a lemon tree.
A lemon tree.
And what's in the middle here? Silver beet?
Beetroot has been planted there, and carrots down in the end there.
Yeah, and what's over here?
That's endive that's gone to seed. I just picked this and give it to the chooks.
Good on you.
That's all I do.
That's it. You got to feed the chooks. I haven't seen the chooks yet. Where are they?
Up the back.
We haven't even been to the back.
And these chilies here on this side, hot chilies.
Oh, look at that.
And basil over here.
The big lettuce leaf basil. That is beautiful. I love it completely. And you got it irrigated, as you said again.
Yeah.
You make sure everything gets its good water, and you've got a shut-off valve on each one.
Yeah.
And you dug these with your rotary hoe.
That's right.
What's the model of it?
Oh, it's about 35 years old.
Age has no meaning here, as long as it does the job.
Oh, it's magnificent, yeah.
What's it called?
Pasquale.
Pasquale. Oh, we've named him Pasquale. Pasquale, you do a good job, right? Maresi. We're in another igloo here, folks, and I'm just enjoying some cherry tomatoes. These are to die for. These are to die for. Now, tell me about these tomatoes here.
These tomatoes here. I planted these the end of August, and look at the tomatoes that we're picking off.
Now,
them
you've been
there.
collecting this seed for over 25 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
The same tomato?
The same tomato,
Look at these. Have a look at that.
They're beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
Absolutely beautiful.
So you leave a couple on there to ripen, you take the seed out, and every year you sow them, and they're acclimatised to the conditions, so they have no problems at all growing here, do they?
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. And look at these
Climate in
cherries.
here is beautiful.
Oh, and this is where you also sow your seeds, isn't that right?
Yeah, in those boxes.
Polystyrene boxes over here. So
Yeah.
you plant all your different varieties each year, or each season, I should say.
Yeah, and there's some cuttings that I've put in from geraniums
Okay, yeah.
and hibiscus cuttings. I've put in boxes over there.
You're going to have to take a cutting off me because I think I'm going to die in here if I stay in here too long.
And up further we have the eggplant.
In here?
You want it? Yeah, it's in here.
Do I really want to see it?
Do
It's
I,
49 degrees
Will
in
I
here.
pick them and bring them down?
No, I'll send him over. Go and take a shot.
The best way to look after your plants is with Vasili's Easy Hand Spray. Order your sprayer now, available only at vasilisgarden.com.
Have you ever gone to the fridge to look for something sweet to juice and found that there's not always the variety you were hoping to find? Fruit such as grapes, plums, and peaches. Well, it happens to all of us, but that doesn't mean that you can't be creative. Just remember that not all vegetables fall in the savoury category. Well, what I mean is that with a little bit of creativity, you can easily tweak up the juice so that you not only receive the health benefits when drinking it, but your taste buds are also rewarded with the sweet flavours as well. In today's juice, I'm adding a handful of snow peas. They are a great source of many vitamins that are beneficial for the entire body, including vitamin C and B6, as well as various minerals that assist with increasing bone mineral density and other compounds that strengthen the body's natural defense system against disease. Next, I have a small handful of sweet basil. This beautiful herb contains anti-inflammatory properties that help soothe any chronic inflammation in the body. Basil is high in antioxidants and antimicrobial properties that act as antiviral and antifungal agents for the body. The rest of the ingredients are 1 lemon, 2 Lebanese cucumbers, 1 leaf chard, a pinch of chili flake, and 1 cup of chopped rock melon. Smoothies and juices are a great way of adding ingredients that you would otherwise not eat on their own, and by combining them with other nutritious ingredients that you do like is a great way to have them. Using a Kuvings whole slow juicer will ensure that you not only receive all these nutritious benefits, but also get to enjoy a great tasting juice. Pour the juice into a glass and stir in half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. This Ceylon cinnamon is the original and true form of cinnamon that is naturally grown in Sri Lanka. This cinnamon powder is freshly grounded and packed immediately to maintain the oils and does not contain any fillers, additives or preservatives, and is not irradiated. I use this cinnamon daily and add it to my smoothies and juices, yogurts, savoury dishes and desserts. It has a sweet flavour and a very beautiful aroma. For more details on where you can purchase this Ceylon cinnamon and many other wonderful and ethical goods that I use every day in my pantry, you'll find all the details on our website at vasilisgarden.com. Wow, that is super good. Stay tuned for many more great recipes just like this. Enjoy and see you next time.
What do you got there, buddy?
Some passion fruit here that is absolutely loaded with them. Look at them. How
What do you
they're
do with the passion fruit?
hanging
What do you
down.
feed it? It's horse manure.
Horse manure and chook manure.
That's it.
That's
They've got no choice but to eat that.
That's
That's it and grow. Good on you. You found the secret recipe to growing beautiful produce, haven't you?
Yeah, oh yeah.
And you got the chook manure from your own pen.
I use that as well, but
You need a lot more.
buy in
Yeah,
a chook
yeah.
manure as well.
'Cause you need a lot of it, don't you?
yes, yeah.
And a horse manure. And over here, this is one of the this is the far right corner next to the tennis court.
This is the radicchio here.
Yep, the radicchio.
And they're more zucchinis.
But what's the idea with the stick there? What are they there for?
Where I knew where I put the seed
Oh,
in.
so you put the seed in the ground. Okay, gotcha.
I wouldn't have known where it was otherwise.
Otherwise you wouldn't know
where
where
it sticks out now.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip. And I can see this was already watered. So is that with an irrigation?
No, I watered this by hand, yeah.
To keep it nice and
Because
fresh.
they're young plants.
And they need a little bit of top up. You literally have to be retired to look after a garden like this, don't you?
Exactly. You need a lot of time.
Yeah. How many hours a day would you put in?
Oh, sometimes I come out after breakfast, which is about 10 o'clock or so, and I don't go inside till 5 or 6 o'clock at night.
So that's your full day's work.
Oh, yeah,
so it's a full-time job.
Plenty of days.
Yeah, but so you've compensated the income from working elsewhere with the produce that comes out of the garden.
Exactly.
And it's a lot cleaner and healthier. And look at
much
92 years of age.
Much better.
Full of energy. Yeah, we're going to go for a jog after too, he said.
I don't know about full of energy, but
Oh, yeah, well, to do what you're doing here, you need the energy.
I'm still grateful for what I am still able to do.
And congratulations to that, and your kids must be very proud of you too. Now, I can hear chooks down the background there.
Yes.
Can we go over there and see what's going on? The old rooster's turning up now. Oh, I love your chooks. How many have you got?
Oh, it's about 20.
20 of them, and they lay every day?
Well,
Almost.
I get nearly a dozen eggs a day.
Perfect. Perfect. That's just enough for me. See, I love the eggs.
Yeah.
Now this is where they lay the.
Yeah, they lay in those boxes in
So
there.
you got the boxes there,
Yeah.
and then you take all the droppings out. and
All
put it
the
out into
droppings go out and go on the garden.
Beautiful. Obviously, they get some surplus produce that comes out of the garden, don't they?
Oh yes, and
Yeah.
they get a lot of greenery.
Yeah.
All the cabbage leaves and cauliflower leaves
They
and
love that?
thistles. They love them. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, chook, 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 chook. Who's going to be my friend? Who's going to be my friend? Yeah, chook, 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 chook. Ooh, no one loves me. Isn't this a beautiful boat? Did you build this one?
No, we didn't build it, but myself and my brothers bought it from a guy in Reserve Road, Cheltenham, who was a boat builder in 1962.
Wow.
And David, my son, has refurbished it all.
This is a beautiful boat, isn't it?
In the water, it is magnificent. It rides the waves. It doesn't crash through them like speedboats.
Okay.
do, you know.
Well, you don't have an engine on this?
Oh yes.
Oh, it does?
Oh, yes.
Oh, there is an engine. Sorry,
yeah.
my
See,
ignorance. Just saw it there then. Just saw where the roads
Oh, you
go.
got the oars and the
oars.
motor.
Oars and the motor as well. Look at this. This is it's almost an antique, isn't it?
It is now. You don't see any boats like this anymore.
Wow,
now.
I love it. Do you take it out much anymore?
Oh,
Maybe the boys?
The boys are too busy, but when they get a day now and again, they go
they
out.
take out there?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Love it, love it.
yeah,
Well, it's a beautiful piece. Yeah, enjoy it. Love the colours. You know, you can maybe make that a blue, like a sky blue, sort of the Greek colours. Yeah. Put a Greek flag sign on it. No. It's what I would see on the islands of Greece. A very similar boat.
We've named it after the island where my parents come from, the
that?
Aeolian Islands.
Aeolian Islands.
Alicudi.
Alicudi.
And we've got the name on the back of the boat.
Oh, so Alicudi, yeah. You have so much produce coming out of this wonderful garden, and you've got a flowering and ornamental garden at the front of the house as well, which is beautiful to feature. But the amount of produce that comes out of here is astounding.
Well, in the family, counting grandchildren and great-grandchildren, there are 45 of us.
Okay.
So
You're feeding a whole community.
just about, yeah.
Pretty much. I tell you something, I don't know many gardens of this size able to produce so much out of it the way you do.
Yeah,
and so organised and so well organised and structured. But there's one plant in particular that I've tried to spot around here and I haven't been able to yet. I hear that it's a secret to your youth.
Not really.
But you love eating it anyway.
Oh yeah, I'll pick a handful of stinging nettles,
Yeah?
wash them under the tap.
Cold
You know,
water?
yeah,
And eat it like that?
and eat them like that. Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, I haven't spotted any, but
Beautiful.
I tell you something, I'm up for it. If you can do it, I think I should be able to do it too.
Of course, why
Yeah?
not?
All right. Game on. Go find some. You got any growing?
No, I've ploughed them all in. My aftershave lotion is grappa.
I've got a couple of stings here from bees from my beehive, and you said to put a bit of garlic on it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a bit of grappa on there too, actually.
We'll get some when we go inside.
Well, we're going in for a feed?
Yeah.
Well, it's time. I think it's that time of the day, folks. Time to eat.
Yeah.
That's the old model. I haven't had this in for years.
Yeah.
Ours is the long one now. You haven't got the long one?
No.
I've got to send you some up here. It's our easy hand spray, folks. This is the original model, the short neck part here.
Yeah.
We've since extended it over at least 10, 12 centimetres so that you get a better reach, you can get underneath better. You find it handy?
Yeah.
I'm glad. Well, there you go, folks. Easy hand spray. Everybody's got to have one in their garden. From me, Vasili, Vasilis. Straight from the garden, we've come inside to see where all the wonderful produce goes to. Because he's out there all day from 9, 10 in the morning till 5, 6 at night, he says.
For sure.
But that doesn't stop there because you're doing your bit of it here
Of course,
to get it all prepared because it doesn't just get eaten in a raw state, tomatoes. You're turning them into all these wonderful preserves.
Oh, well, this one here is my grandson that asked me if I could do his bombonera. You know, we give a bombonera.
Yeah, at the wedding or baptism?
That's right, a wedding.
Wedding?
And 145 bottles.
You made it.
Yeah, bombonera. Yeah,
That is a great
all from the
bombonera.
garden. That's a chili
Wow, that's
sauce. It's a
beautiful.
hot one.
Yep.
That we put in the salamis when we make.
What have we got here? Strawberries?
Yeah.
Apricots? Not the Moore Park.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're too good, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is a boysenberry.
Yeah, boysenberry.
This one here is strawberry.
Well, after a hard day's work, this is what we come into in the afternoon. A beautiful meal like this, and more importantly, the family's turned up. At the right time, every time. How are we all? Your mum and dad working hard? Yeah, you always put a smile on your face. Oh, God, somebody's come to help me eat it all. Well, salute to a wonderful day. Beautiful family. Cheers. To happy gardening, happy cooking, and plenty of eating.
Thank you very much.
Maresi. Thank you. What do we say? Maresi.